Hi, my name is Phil Knight and this is Things I Wish I Knew When I Was 20. If we read a fairy tale about a genie and you rub the shiny lamp and out popped the genie, you got granted 3 wishes, what would you wish for? Would you wish for good health, world peace, or abundance wealth? I think I'd probably wish for wealth, and I wish I had have wished that when I was 20. I have 3 children, 3 grown sons all in their 20s, and a daughter-in-law also in her 20s. Sometimes I'd like to give them fatherly advice, of course, but I don't expect them to follow every word I say. That's just giving an order. What I'd rather do is tell them about some of the things I've done and some of their consequences. Some of those consequences my children know only too well because they lived through them with me. I've made my fair share of mistakes. Some of them I've even repeated, but just a couple I've learnt from. We haven't got a genie. We can't make wishes. But what we can do is we can do something every day that will plan our future. If I did have a wish though, and I could go back to when I was 20, the first thing I'd wish for was that I had saved 10% of every paycheck I'd received when I was 20 years old, up until now. Not for 1 year, not for 5 years, not for 10 years, but every single paycheck. I started out life as a school teacher in 1976 and my annual income was $5,995 before tax. After tax, I took home about $172 a fortnight. Now, if I saved 10% of that each fortnight, that was $17. Not a fortune. It seems so little when you first start. If I had have invested $17.20 a fortnight and allowing for inflation and pay rises over the last 30 years, and I'd also taken the profits I'd made from that investment and also invested those profits, the total now would be well over $300,000. How do I know this? Not because I saved the money as I wish I had have, because I sat down the other day and actually worked it out. And that was a very hard lesson to learn. My second wish. My second wish would be that not only had I saved the 10% of every pay, that everything I earned from that investment was reinvested. There's a magical thing called compound interest. Compound interest is a mystery to most people, but what it really means is the money that you earn on any investment, you reinvest. So you're earning interest on the interest you've already been paid. It's a bit like the Richter scale for earthquakes. At first it starts out very, very small, but it grows exponentially. So you might double your money within 5 years, depending on the interest you earn, but it won't take another 5 years to double again. It may double in 7. And then it won't take another 2 to double again. It may double again in 12 months. It just keeps growing and growing. And my third wish? My third wish would be that I never touched that investment. That I just let it grow. I didn't think of something I wanted to buy and then go in and dip into it, take out a few $1,000s and buy it. I didn't think times are getting tough, I need to pay those bills and take out money and buy it. I wished I had have got used to living on 90% of what I earned. And if I did it from my first paycheck, I wouldn't have known any different. So it probably wouldn't have mattered. I would have survived on the 90%. Now I can hear you shouting, hey, you can't take your fortune with you. You're here to enjoy life, and of course you are. I don't mean you're never going to touch it. You will be able to touch it, you will be able to enjoy it, but not just yet. You've got to start growing it.
Coming up, The Insider with Chris Hutchison.
How close you get to your clients,